The lonely. I was watching a video last couple days and it's been on my mind, and I decided that I wanted to do a video on people who are alone and lonely. Um, it's a funny thing, it really is. But a lot of people are feeling particularly lonely or alone these days because we're in this transformation time. And it's not about love relationships. It's not about um, I'm lonely or I'm alone because I don't have a love relationship. It is about I don't speak to my family anymore. I don't talk to my friends anymore. My friends I've had for the last 30 years, I don't talk to any of them anymore. And I'm not in a relationship anymore. We're in this very, very, very heavy transition time. And later today, I'm going to do a video on an energy update and talk about it a bit more, the energy update. But the point of this video is I really wanted to say that, yes, it's a difficult time. And if we have feelings or beliefs that being alone is a negative thing, or it is a difficult thing, we get these beliefs in our head. We pick them up along the way. Sometimes we know where they come from. Sometimes we don't know where they come from. Sometimes we just have these beliefs. We're not even really aware of the fact that we have the belief. But people who struggle with being alone have a belief that being alone or being lonely is a negative thing, that it is not a positive thing. Maybe they gained that belief because they've been alone before and they didn't handle it very well. Or maybe they've watched their friends and family go through times of being alone and they've thought, that their experience was negative. So if I'm alone, my experience is probably going to be negative. Who knows? Who knows where that belief came from? I have a belief about being alone, but I'm not really sure where it came from. I know it's there. I haven't dug through it and figured out the key to it. But it's kind of odd that I would have that because both of my parents divorced, and neither remarried. They spent the rest of their life, and I'm talking from 35 to the time that they died in their mid to late 60s. They spent that time essentially alone, neither remarried or had significant relationships. Their friendships shifted and changed as well. But I don't know that. I think my mom was maybe a little more on the lonely side than my dad. I think my dad kind of looked at it like it was an adventure, a good thing. I think he actually liked being single because he could do what he wanted to do when he wanted to do it. And he didn't have to answer to anybody. Totally get it. But I'm thinking my perception of being alone came from my mother. But I don't have a belief. I actually think maybe I do have a belief somewhere deep inside of me that being alone is a negative thing. And I can't really explain that, but I think a lot of people do. And I think a lot of people are like me, where they don't really know where that belief came from. It just, there it is. So I am taking this time of aloneness to look at it from a different perspective. And I have to say, I really enjoy it. I have seen the benefits of being alone for possibly the first time in my life. I would have said 5 years ago, being alone wasn't really for me because I don't necessarily love being alone. But I have found that being alone is very beneficial for being able to focus on myself, put energy into myself, put energy into my dreams and aspirations instead of putting energy into other people's dreams and aspirations. And I have to say, that is amazing. And when I look back at my life and I think about how much time and energy I have spent on other people's dreams and aspirations and still managed to do my own dreams and aspirations, I am superhuman. I am so superhuman. But in all honesty, if I had spent more time on my dreams and aspirations, how much further would I be along now? And I think for the first time in my life, I am actually quite interested in finding out what I can do with myself if my only focus is myself. Love and blessings.